Three, two, one. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, the Eagle Reviewer slash Reactor, and it's time for me to do another um, video trailer reaction sort of thing. I haven't done one in some time just because I've only been reacting to stuff after it comes out, and I've mainly been targeting Marvel related stuff. I think that's just because, again, for me, that's what I'm interested in discussing. I know this channel did start off me talking about other stuff as well, like Fast and Furious, like what's going on with Fast 11 or call it Fast Forever, scheduled for like 2028 or something. There's beyond stuff like that, there really hasn't been anything else for me to discuss. But usually what I'm doing now is once we get the final trailer for something before it comes out, then I'll discuss it. Or if I see something in theaters, then I'll do like a quick reaction afterwards. That's just easiest for my schedule. So that way, whenever I upload something, it's new and it's fresh. And as we enter like March to May, that's usually when I start making some more videos because then I have more time on my hands to watch stuff and make a video about it. What else we got coming on before I actually start the reaction? I know we have um the new Mario movie, Mario Galaxy coming out, so I'll probably look into that depending on when I get the time to do so. What else is coming out? What else is coming out? There's quite a bit. I think right now we got like some horror movies that came out that were brand new. Um, I guess um, Crime 101, a lot of advertising for that. It seems kind of generic, but enough to, have a lot of Marvel actors in it to make you think, okay, maybe this might be heading somewhere. If it ends up, I think, on Prime or something, I might check it out eventually. Just depends how that looks. Anyways, let's get into this. We're reacting to the Spider-Noir trailer. And before I do that, I actually want to shed some light about the project itself. So I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before, as of the time of this recording, I messaged my friend on Instagram about Spider-Noir. What I found a post from Animated Times account, if you guys know about it. So I'm just reading about what I know about it, and then we'll actually watch the trailer. So all the information is synced up already. So first of all, the series will be released this spring on Amazon Prime. So some other stuff I'm gonna be checking out is probably gonna be Daredevil Born Again season 2 and Invincible season 4. I do not watch The Boys, so don't ask me about it. All right. I just feel like it's going to be an interesting time for Prime members. So, yeah. Spider-Noir will be called the Spider in the series, not Spider-Man. Maybe this is a way to sort of differentiate who we know as Peter Parker Spider-Man, whether you've seen Toby, Andrew, Tom, or, I mean, those are the main ones. Of course, Miles Morales is his own guy, so this isn't really following the story of your traditional Peter Parker, but another variant version of the character. And I think that's interesting because for me it allows for us to see new stuff. Spider Noir is about him investigating repeated assassination attempts on Silvermane. I think that's how you say it, Silvermane. I don't think it's Silverman because that has an E at the end. I know absolutely nothing about this character, so just know that. Silverman will be played by Brendan Gleeson, and let's see if I know him from any project. He is an Irish actor though, so maybe not. He was in 28 Days Later, Braveheart. I guess those are more of his more notable films. Harry Potter, he was in a couple of those. He was in Paddington 2, as well. So I guess more so European films, you could find him in those. He was in Smurfs too. So stuff like that. And he was in Joker 2 Folie à Deux. And I did not see that movie. I only seen the first Joker movie. I'm leaving it at that. I did catch the first one in theaters though, and as soon as I figured out what the second one was about, I was like, yeah, this seems more like a cash grab than actually them trying to tell a good story. We also have Jack Huston has officially been cast as Sandman, so we are getting Sandman in this. I've seen Sandman, two iterations of him. One was, of course, in Spider-Man 3, 2007, Tobey Maguire, and he did return in No Way Home as well. Uh, what is it for this? Okay, so he is older and jaded and not afraid to punch a guy in the face drunkenly. This is Chris Miller and comparing Peter Parker movies and Spider-Noir. So obviously it makes sense because we have the amazing Nick Cage playing him. So it definitely does seem like, um, there's going to be, of course, the age difference. So there should be an explanation for that, of course. Um, and I believe his name is going to be Ben Riley, I think, if I'm not mistaken. We've only seen, or I've only seen Spider Noir in, last time I saw him was in Across the Spider Verse. That's the only version of him I'm familiar with, right? So let's see, Spider Man, Across the Spider Verse cast. And let's see here. Was he in Into? He wasn't in Across. Okay, yeah. So he wasn't in Across, he wasn't Into. That's the one I was mixed up in. But he was actually voiced by Nicolas Cage, so yeah, we do have that information provided to us. But beyond that, that's pretty much almost all I know before actually looking deeper into this. And I think for me, what's interesting and what I usually advocate for is being able to see new villains who we're not typically familiar with. Because with Spider-Man, obviously you want to have iconic villains. But one of the things for No Way Home that I was frustrated in was we didn't really get a new villain in it. Like all the villains that we saw in No Way Home were previous villains from Tobey's and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man films, right? Um, I mean, I guess Mysterio was there, but he wasn't new either. So yeah, um, that's about what I have to say over there. Um, I think I'm ready to check out this. I believe it's a teaser trailer, right? Or official trailer? I'm not sure because it says both those things when I just pulled it up on YouTube. You can see it in color or in black and white. I feel like to do this as much justice as possible, I'm going to be watching this in black and white. Um, and well, actually, the color one's a bit longer, at least from what I'm seeing here, but I'm not sure by how much. I'm gonna be seeing it in black and white because when I see it on Prime, I'm probably gonna watch the black and white version. I know there's the color one as well, but I think for a character like Spider Noir, he looks best, with your black and white setting. And I don't know if I'd complain too much because if you remember in Wonder Man, the the Doorman episode in particular, right? At the start of it, it was in black and white. I mean, I didn't notice too much. It did end in color, of course, so that's maybe why people weren't upset. But no, I wasn't really too annoyed by it. It was fine by me. And I think, well, the way you can get most creative is by doing the lighting and the shadows and all that sort of stuff. And I just feel like within the black and white color environment sort of thing, the way you can do the whole grading thing and just the look and feel, the visuals, the appeal to it, you can get really creative with that sort of stuff. I mean, black and white was pretty much how older movies were shot back in the day. Some movies which are still pretty good, as of right now, and maybe will be um, till the end of time, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it won't be the end of the world if you watch Spider-Noir in black and white. I will say that. So, anyways, let's go ahead and check out the trailer, which I do have pulled up over here. Not sure how much we're going to get out of it, but I guess we'll see. So let me make sure the audio is set up first. Okay. All right, it's set up. All right, now let's get the trailer loaded over here. I don't know if we're going to get the official release date with the trailer or not, but all we know is it will be out sometime this spring. All right, and I think I can find it directly from the Prime Video channel. All right, set up there. Gotta wait for it to finish loading.
Tell me why.
All right, it did finish loading, so that's a good sign. Now let me just get my webcams in place. I'll go up here, so that way the bottom half is still visible. All right, we just need to turn the sound back on. So let's do that. And let's adjust it real quick. I think that's good. All right. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Tell me why.
You already know how it ends.
Well, then, start from the beginning.
We got a clock.
Ticks. Thoughts. And impulses. I manage to suppress them. Most of the time.
What's going on, Ben?
Wait. What the hell happened to him?
I beat up some guys in a bar. And I got plastered.
Oh, come on. Right before the cool shot begins. May 27th, yeah. Is that really spring then? Spider? Camera? No responsibility.
What are you thinking about over there?
Bit of an existential crisis, if I'm honest.
Struck a nerve, huh?
He's swinging. All right, wow, that was interesting. Yeah, don't really know how to go up on it. You know what? Maybe I'll watch both ways just to like compare them. So I guess we can watch the true hue full color trailer as well. Why not? But before we do so, let me try to see as many details I can get out of this. So, opening shot over here. You can
Tell
see
me
that
why.
he's walking.
You already know how it ends.
So it seems like he's, I guess, telling maybe some sort of story here, explaining what happened.
Well, then, start from the beginning.
I have no idea who she is. We see Nicolas Cage, Ben Reilly over here. Clock.
Ticks. Thoughts. And impulses. I manage to suppress them.
Okay, here we go. Ben Reilly, private investigator.
Most of the time.
What's going on, Ben?
Wait. What the hell happened to him?
I beat up some guys in a bar.
Okay.
And I got
It looks awesome. That's cool. I'm assuming he fell there, and we can see the spider. Someone fell. Got squashed with no power. There's no responsibility, so doesn't have any powers, maybe? I don't know who was there in the fall.
What are you thinking about over there?
bit of an
Bit of an existential crisis. So, I guess he's having an existential crisis about being Ben Reilly, private investigator, or the Spider-Noir guy, maybe?
existential crisis, if I'm honest.
Struck a nerve, huh?
Wait, I want to get that shot timed perfectly.
Crisis, if I'm honest.
There we go. Gotta get it before the
Bit of
lightning
an
strikes.
existential crisis, if I'm honest.
Oh, that's probably the closest I'm gonna get. So he is wearing his hat.
Struck a nerve, huh?
Alright, I think that was almost it. Okay, and that's the color version, I guess. Alright, let's check out what it looks like in True Hue full color. If this one loads faster, then gets a reward. It's the
Tell me
same thing,
why.
essentially.
You already know how it ends.
Okay, so I'm assuming is the True Hue like the raw footage,
Well,
but
then start from the beginning.
kind of.
Ticks. Thoughts.
A lot brighter now. Oh, what's that in the background, eh?
Impulses. I manage to suppress them. Most of the time.
Yeah, I already saw this part. I'm gonna skip ahead. If it'll let me.
What the hell happened to him?
I beat up some guys in a bar. Bastard.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take forever to load, but I think we got the gist of it. Yeah. This computer's slower, maybe. I don't know. But at least I can watch it with my earbuds as I normally do. Anyways, yeah. The color version, it's fine, I guess. But I wonder, I might watch it both ways. Maybe I'm definitely gonna watch the black and white version though, and then just share what my thoughts are. I don't really know if we learned much about the villains of the show, so we'll see. What I'll do right now actually is I'll start looking into some of the comments maybe and seeing what people are saying. So let me read the comments for the color version first. So people look fairly happy. I don't know if I'll read a specific one, just get the vibe here. I guess we got live action Spidey swinging on the small screen. Gonna be watching 2 times each episode. The color looks far better than I thought. They really captured the pre-Technicolor look. So I guess people aren't too mad about the color version, maybe, which I guess is a good thing. Another person says, "In my universe, it's 1933. I'm a private eye." So does it take place in 1933? I was wondering what year specifically it was, but maybe that clears things up. Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe this is a way for Amazon Prime to get more views because maybe they think people are going to check out both formats. Um. All right. Cool. Let me check out um, the authentic black and white teaser trailer and see what people are saying on that one. The one that did better in terms of loading. People are mentioning Ghost Rider. No CGI involved. It's Nick Cage himself swinging across New York. Um, okay, so some characters. So one guy put timestamps on the trailer. We got Black Cat, Mr. Negative, Sandman, Silverman, and Man Spider, Molten Man, and Electro. Okay, so we did get some glimpses into who our villains are going to be. Nick Cage is now Superman, Ghost Rider, and Spider-Man. What a legend. Yeah, true. So rather that someone who voices a character gets to actually play them in live action instead of casting someone else, and I'm here for him. Fair. That's pretty fair. So Spider-Noir. And I remember when my friend was first discussing it, thinking that, if this thing was actually going to come out, because we didn't know too much about how far they were in terms of filming this thing, but no, it looks like they're really pushing this thing out. So May 27, 2026, we are roughly 3 months till we get there. Um, so yeah, and it is based off, of course, the Spider-Man Noir comic book character. Um, Filming it took place in LA from August 2024 to March 2025. So they wrapped up filming last year. Wow, way back then. Okay, so it is set in the 1930s during the Great Depression era. It's scheduled to debut on MGM Plus on May 25th, followed by global release on Prime Video. Who even has MGM Plus? Is that like Sony's new streaming? They stopped using stars? Is that their whole thing? I mean, almost everyone has Prime, so that's a better way for people to actually watch it. Plot setting. The show features an older, grizzled, and down on his luck private investigator, an alternative version of Ben Riley. So maybe there's multiple versions of him, and we're viewing a different one. He's navigating a dark noir-style world in a crime-ridden New York. I think that setting sounds perfect, and something interesting we'd want to see. I don't know if the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, that show, is coming on Disney Plus this year as well. But if not, we're getting a good amount of Spider-Man this year because we know we're getting Brand New Day. And maybe he'll be in Doomsday, who knows? So yeah, I think everything so far seems interesting. So early 1930s is what we're sensing. And because Spider-Man Noir Volume 1 is in winter of 1932 during the Great Depression, and it says New York City is plagued by many criminal gangs. Okay. So, it says Spider-Noir possesses superhuman powers stemming from a mystical spider bite similar to the mainstream Spider-Man, though he often offers the grittier detective style approach. So something like Sherlock Holmes, maybe, I guess, or maybe like the Batman detective style, possibly. His powers often include enhanced strength, agility, reflexes while crawling in a danger sensing spider sense, and the ability to produce organic webbing. So I guess what people want is stuff like this. Maybe it reminds them of the Toby movies because he also had organic webbing. So we could see some of that come into play. So organic webbing, unlike the traditional mechanical shooters, this version shoots black organic webs directly from his wrists. Um, Superhuman physiology. He possesses heightened strength, able to overpower criminals easily, speed, and durability. Spider sense, he has a precognitive sense that alerts him to immediate danger. Combat style, while he has powers, he's known to use pistols and rely on stealth, detective skills, and brutal hand-to-hand combat in 1930s New York. Connection to the wind, in some iterations he is noted to have a strange thematic connection to the wind. I think this sounds really interesting, and I think it's for some people who want to see, I guess, a different take on the character of Spider-Man, wanting to see something new. He has similar power set skills, but it's definitely focused on another guy, not Peter Parker. And I guess it's adding to the fact that this version of Spider-Man, though different, because is showing that even if you're older, but if someone like this guy who has these skills, obviously the bite really helped in that area. But even before, he already had his detective skills. Now it's just he can do more with his previous abilities, which I'm sure he must have already been pretty skilled as a detective. But now, with his powers, getting heightened senses, and he's more agile now, he can definitely make a difference when it comes to fighting crime and keeping the streets of New York more clean. So I guess during this era, during this time period, we get to meet Spider-Noir, and I think that's awesome. That sounds amazing. So does he have a weakness? He has limited durability. Although he is incredibly durable, he does have his limits. For example, objects or weapons with enough force can injure him. So let's see here. Well, who gave Spider-Noir his powers? One artifact, a spider idol, breaks open and releases a horde of spiders. One bites Peter, but this isn't Peter, right? So I don't know what this is talking about. Anyways, I think I've gotten a fairly good gist of what the show is gonna be like, and yeah, to me that sounds awesome and amazing. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap the video around here, you guys. You made it to the end of the video, so congratulations. Consider liking, consider subscribing to the channel. Doing all these things has really been helping me out and you out as well, because you get notified whenever I drop a new video like this one. And until then, just wait, you guys, because Eagle Bruce Reactor is out, and I will be back again for a brand new video sometime soon, hopefully. Till then, take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.